Welcome back to The Word. I'm your host, Max Dutton, reporting for the Baker Orange. On this week's episode, we'll take an in-depth look at student senate elections, go through the Baker News Rundown, and end with the 2-minute drill. Baker students are voting on student senate members this spring. Marissa and Dara checked in to see how that process works.
Hey Baker Wildcats, I'm Marissa Shimke. Last week, Baker University held voting for Student Senate Exec Board.
People want me to be the president, then they'll vote for me. And if not, then someone more deserving will have it. So, it's kind of out of my control.
Baker Student Senate is the organization that acts as a liaison between the students and university admissions. Student Senate elections were held via Moodle from April 30th to May 3rd. The 2021 to 2022 Executive Board is John Eli as Student Body President, Lexi Hasty as Senior Class President, Emma Howard as Junior Class President, and Mason Mecke as Sophomore Class President.
Starting at the end of this school year, I'll be the Student Body President.
Currently, I'm the president of next year. It'll be the sophomore class.
Yeah, so I think that I have a lot of connections within the student body, but then also with decision makers in the university. So being able to bridge that gap and help advocate for the student body, but also work with the university decision makers to impact change on the university in a way that's positive for the students.
I hope to be someone that people feel comfortable approaching about issues they see in the school or things they want at the school or things they hope to improve.
So being able to be the representative for the student body and work with upper level people at the university and hopefully create a lasting impact on the university and make it a better place for not just students now, but also students in the future is something that's really exciting for me.
Congratulations to the new Student Senate Exec Board. I'm Marissa Shimke.
Now let's do the Baker News Rundown. The Baker community is celebrating the success of 2 students who received the Teacher of Promise Award. Every year, the Kansas Department of Education invites every university with a teacher preparation program to choose 2 students to be awarded the Teacher of Promise Award. Students who receive this award are given the opportunity to attend a conference that builds upon their skills, as well as a certificate from the state. This year, Baker University recognizes junior Patricia Moore and senior Kara Smith as the 2021's Teacher of Promise. Another reason to celebrate for the Baker community was the Baker Bash event that admissions hosted last Friday. Approximately 75 prospective students showed up to the event and took everything in that Baker had to offer. Greek life, clubs, and academic departments were all there to showcase their contribution to Baker and inform students on what they were about. Last week, Baker University and Douglas County partnered to host a COVID-19 vaccine clinic for students across campus. Even though several students have already received their vaccine, Dean of Students Cassie Bailey explains the important process in bringing a vaccination clinic to campus. This has been a want and a dream for us at Baker to offer this option to our students. We didn't know if we were going to have that option. We paired up with Douglas County, and they were generous enough and agreed that we would have one here. One of the biggest factors that inspired the clinic was removing barriers for those located in Baldwin City. When asking students why they were choosing not to get the vaccine, a lot of students said to them, "I'm busy, I don't have hours to give, or I don't have transportation." Bailey said, "One of those hopes we had when arranging this was to make it accessible as we could and reduce some barriers. Everyone should have access to it, and being in a small community should not be that barrier." Thank you to Baker Orange staff members Maria Gutierrez and Caitlin Baker for reporting on those stories. Now let's check in with Adam to get all the sports coverage you need to stay up to date with your Wildcats.
Welcome back to the 2-minute drill. I'm your host, Adam Cook, and we've got a quick one today, so let's get started. We start off with softball, who played a doubleheader in Atchison, Kansas last Thursday against the Benedictine Ravens, coming away with 2 dubs by way of scores of 6-2 and 12-10. They then played another in-conference doubleheader when they traveled to Olathe, Kansas to take on Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers. The Wildcats won 8-1 in Game 1 and run-ruled MNU 9-1 in 6 innings in Game 2. This ended the team's regular season, and they will head into the Heart of America Conference Tournament as a 3 seed with a final record of 18-12. They take on 6 seed Evangel at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Best of luck, ladies. Next, we have the baseball team. This team also took a trip to Atchison, Kansas this past weekend to play a doubleheader against Benedictine College. The Ravens took Game 1 on Friday 7 runs to 17, and then also won Game 2 on Saturday in extra innings 12-13. Then on Tuesday is the last game of the regular season for the Baker Wildcats. They hosted Kansas City, Kansas Community College for their senior day. The Blue Devils won this one 12-2, and then the team's 14 seniors were recognized in their senior ceremony. The team plays in the first round of the Heart of America Conference Championship on Thursday at 10 a.m. when they take on Culver Stockton College. Good luck, boys. That's all for this week's 2-minute drill. We'll be back next week to go over more Wildcat sports news. Back to you, Max.
Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us on this episode of The Word. Remember to keep up to date with all things Baker Orange by following us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Baker Orange. While you're at it, you can also follow the Instagram and Twitter pages for our show at BU_The Word. See you next week for our final episode of the semester.